This is time to ask questions. You can ask question and you can get the answer from your speaker of the day. To organize this Q&A session, we have requested to engage with the audience Coach Bhuvaneshwari from Andhra Pradesh, India. I would like to invite Coach Bhuvana ma'am to lead this Q&A session. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you.
Thank you. Welcome to Tiny Talk session. If you have any queries, our guest of honor is with us. She can clarify your doubts. Can anyone? Especially you stressed on different parts of that topics. Really, it's really interesting, and of course, we need it.
We have everybody in the family and we just don't give much or maybe pay attention to those categories. So I thought, why not do something different? Sometimes it's not about us, it's also about everybody associated with us. So that's what the main intention.
Shall I ask a question?
Please.
These days, especially children are addicted by the mobiles. They are not respecting the parents. They are not accepting their words too. As a teacher, we are facing this complaint from the parents. What we have to do?
Okay. Frankly speaking, I too asked my son's teacher. He doesn't listen to me what I should do. After thinking and contemplating for some time, I really understood that, see, children spend a lot of time with their mothers. Okay. And if something is not working, that means I have to start looking into my own self, what is going wrong. And if they're not listening, that means that somewhere we have given that loophole for them to just escape and then glide off. And kids are very smart. My 4-year-old son is very smart. He is capable of judging my emotions. So if I let it go, he takes complete advantage of it. So I think it's the parents who need to think about themselves rather than trying to see how to control their children. They have to see what went wrong, why that happened. So they have to start working backwards to see what is that one thing which made them get children at that point wherein they're not listening. Maybe 2-3 times it can happen that we were like, it's okay, next time he or she will listen. It's okay, maybe another time she will listen. But if we started correcting from the very first attempt, I think it would have helped in sorting that out. That is what I personally feel. Now, that is what correction I am doing in myself. So I don't let things go. I try to bring in that small changes, one step at a time. That's what is my understanding.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Shruti ma'am, what I'll do, basically I don't have this complaint, they don't listen. They are very attached to me, but some point, every kids, sometimes they do. So what I do, I stop talking to them and I just realize them that if you need something with me and if I don't listen to you, how do you feel? If they call 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, mama, I just avoid. They say, mama, I want to eat this or I want to wear this, I don't listen. So for like some minutes, I just realize them that if you don't listen to me, how you feel. So the same thing, like it's affect them. And when they are in good mood, you just explain them. When I did this, you also didn't feel good. So just think whole day, I'm just devoted for you. I'm just doing for you. And if you don't listen to me, how it feels. In the society as well, if you behave like this, what they will think, your mama is not good. So these small things.
Exactly. Actually, that is what it is. Dedicated time. I think when we have to bring up that issue when they are bonding with you and when they're in really good mood, if you go and talk to them, they'll really understand. Maybe the time that we choose is also important. That also matters. When they're rebellious, when they're not ready to listen, no matter how much you make them understand, you will definitely get one big no.
Thank you very much. Okay, I give a chance to Arjun. Arjun, ask your doubt.
Yes, Arjun.
Yes, ma'am. In class, you told that you will call sexy
Sexagenarian, fourth category. After 60 years of aged people, no, that is how they are called. They are called as sexagenarians. So my last category was everybody above 60 and 70 has another name. So sexagenarian plus everybody beyond that. They're all aged people, right? So we need to value them and we need to spend time and respect them by saying kind words. Okay? So that will boost their mental confidence. They will not feel lonely. If you spend more time with grandchildren, spending time with grandparents, that's the best thing that can ever happen. Yeah.
While you are telling only, I all note it down.
Oh,
Oh my God. Nice. Thank you, Arjun.
great, Arjun. Really, you are observing keenly. Very good. Keep it up.
The most dedicated and religious student in my class.
Bharati ma'am, can you ask a question to her?
Good evening to all of you, and I would like to ask a question how we can develop a strong mindset because sometimes we just become a nervous and we know everything this is a good and that is a bad for us, but even though we become a nervous, so this is a question just comes in my mind, so how we can develop a strong mindset.
The
Yeah, hello.
first thing that I would like to address is thank you for the question. To develop a strong mindset, we need to understand our emotions first. So, what I personally do and what I tell people whom I coach in terms of yoga is to maintain a small diary. Okay, so in that diary, you make a note of everything that you feel, all your emotions. Like you said, you want to create a strong mindset. That means there is something that is bothering you. Okay, so you have to pull out all those things that bothers you, make a list of all that in a notebook. And once you make a list of all of those, you know the areas what is bothering you, and then slowly you start addressing one at a time. Now, if you want to build a strong mindset, it is not going to happen overnight. It is like a journey. And to sail through that journey, you need to understand yourself first, your feelings, your emotions, your trigger points. What triggers you? What makes you feel bad? What makes you feel low? And also, you make a note of what all you like, what all you like, what all you want to do, what are the barriers that are stopping you to achieve your goals? Because generally, we lose our mind when we cannot achieve what we want, right? Because of whatsoever reason. So we have to try to figure out what is it that constraint that is affecting us. Once your mind is very clear about all aspects about your own self, then automatically you will start figuring out how to build a strong mindset. So first, you start with the problem, you start working backwards, and then you start understanding yourself, and then slowly you start marching towards being yourself. If we enhance other people, automatically our mindset also gets enhanced. We also become strong along with them. So it's not about building our mind, it's also about building and creating betterment of the society. The minute you start doing something good for others, see the kind of change that is going to come in you. You will feel much more happier and much more merrier. And sometimes you will see that so many problems will just start fading away. So if we try to stress too much on ourselves, no, there is possibility that we can get way too stressed. So just try to, relax and come out and try to see what's happening around. So that is what the mantra that I follow, and it has greatly helped me.
Thank you, ma'am.
I want to ask about myself, which is very important for me. You have mentioned that dedicated time. What should I do? Do I want to move a bit away from sharEvery? Can you give any suggestion or good exercise to spend a dedicated time to whom I love most? Can you give any tip? Because I have stuck somewhere.
Sir, I understand that now sharEvery has also become I wouldn't say part of your family now. That's also an extended family. I really understand that. But it again depends on it depends on an individual, how you are going to prioritize, right? I think you are gifted with two beautiful daughters who are doing extremely good. Now, if I mention dedicated time, see, Even if we can spend half an hour, can't we spend 15-20 minutes every day? We can, right? So my intention was, at least in that 15-20 minutes bracket, let us keep sharEvery, let us keep our office work, let us keep everything aside, and let that 20 minutes be only 20 minutes of your time, only your family time, nothing else. Because doing something, thinking something is not going to connect anywhere, right? And I am a believer that energies are something which can be sensed. And your daughters are very smart. They can sense it that, okay, there's something running in my father's mind. So he's talking to me, but he's thinking something. So I think since as a CEO of an organization, I really, really understand what kind of a responsibility you will be with. But I think it will be like a stress buster for you. If you spend time with them, trust me, you're going to perform 200 times better rather than working up and staying up late. So this is what I feel.
Yeah, thank you for understanding me and giving your own experience. What worked for me?
Shruti ma'am, really it's an amazing session. So already all are clarified their doubts. Over to you, sir.